Previously on Little Brother.
I'm gonna stick to my word and say Fan Guy and Nav is my nomination.
The matriarchy has kept a good amount of control despite some problems within the alliance.
If you win, are you gonna use it?
Huh?
I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna just be honest. No.
No.
Nope.
But the communication for the matriarchy remains rough.
So you think they're gonna be mad at you because you said you ain't want to use the veto to pull nobody down, even though they
I don't give a damn if they mad. Like, what the fuck? I'm not playing for them. What the hell?
I know that Dee Dee is the type to play her own game, and she's not really one to play with a big alliance, but it doesn't really make for a good team player. The plan was Mike and Fan Guy on the block, but Leanna did kind of make a show of saying, like, she's true to her word and she's going to do what she says, and then she switched it in that last conversation.
It was already messy, but they didn't want to acknowledge it. Like, Leanna flip-flopping, and then when Aspen's in the chat, she don't say shit, but yeah, right.
After Days decides how he's going to use his secret veto.
Nav is off the block, that's 2, plus Dee Dee, that's 3.
We need 2 more.
We just need 2 votes.
It causes Leanna's HOH to be messy like the first one.
I am gonna use the power of veto, and I'm going to use it on Fan Guy.
Hey, can I jump in there too, Nick?
You're using your veto on Nav.
I'm gonna use mine on that.
Days has a secret veto. Fan Guy and Nav are both off the block.
All right, I'm gonna put on Mike just to ensure my vote gonna stay the same. I'm gonna put up D.
Tonight, will the plan to backdoor Mike again work?
Before anybody else come on, everything is still the same, right?
Or will the matriarchy completely crumble with D getting sent home?
Just say he has the votes, because we do.
It's a lose-lose.
And it's a close vote.
She just got caught in the crossfire. Like, it wasn't my intention.
It's a whole women's alliance, first of all.
Who will be the next player evicted? Find out tonight on Little Brother.
I'm studying Italian now because I finished Spanish.
Oh my God, ti parli l'italiano? Come stai?
I said I'm learning Italian right now. I didn't say I know
okay,
it.
Sorry.
I did not say I know it.
Okay.
For weeks, the matriarchy has been in good control of this game. However, every time they're in power, it seems to be a mess. When Monet was in power, things got dramatic. When Leanna was in power the first time, Dot went home out of nowhere. And now, the same thing could happen again, as Leanna has nominated one of her own in the matriarchy in Dee Dee. Dazed is on one hell of a mission to keep Mike in this game. It promises to be a hell of a night before someone is evicted by the end. A lot of info will come out, but some secrets may be more damaging than others.
Just to ensure my vote gonna stay the same, I'm gonna put up D. So they thought I was gonna put up Alex and Alex go in and keep Mike, or they thought I was gonna put Delia on or Monet. Nope, I put D up there. First of all, that was a vote for Mike, so I take her vote from her. I think that was the best choice.
This was definitely not unexpected, goddamn.
That is complete bullshit because she can say that, oh, she only putting me up because of the person she wants to go home, but she did the same thing with Dot. You could have just been straightforward and be like, oh, I'm putting you up because you didn't do what I say. And like people like that really piss me off because how you gonna get mad because somebody don't do what you say to do? That's real stupid to me. And for her to be like, oh, I'm just putting you up because I want the other person, but that's bullshit. I'm not buying that shit. And it's so like it was. I understand not putting Monet and Dillion up because they have targets on their back or whatever. But Aspen is literally sitting there, not doing shit, not getting in shit. But you're gonna put me up and say it's only because you want the person that you want to get out. No, it's because I didn't do what you say.
Well, congrats to Fan Guy and Nav. You guys are safe.
Yeah, thank you, Meg.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
Dee Dee got caught in the crossfire and unfortunately got put on the block. I didn't want that to happen, but because there's 2 people in this game that want Dee Dee out, we potentially have 4 votes for Mike to stay. That being myself and Nav, Alex, and maybe Aspen.
Monet, would you care to explain what yours power is? Did you already use it?
This will be my last chance to use it, but
it could be a voting thing. If it's a voting thing, she can still use it.
What is it?
It could be an extra vote or steal a vote or something.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
It's the power to swap someone's vote. But I don't, I don't think I'm gonna use it because, like D. Leon said, when it comes to the gameplay aspect of this, okay, Mike, you did put yourself in an awkward position as a player. I'm not attacking your character as a person, but as a player, you did set yourself up to fail.
Well, it literally didn't matter. If I sat there and kowtowed to Meg, she would have just betrayed me again. But I'm not giving her the opportunity to betray me because I know she's against me. Like, what am I supposed to... I'm not going to let these people lie to me a second time. So yeah, I guess coming in spiteful was worth it. Because these people are just like that. It doesn't have anything to do... I was perfectly nice to them and promising to work with them. And they voted me out. Why would coming back in and letting them sit there and talk about how sorry they are, why would that work? It's the same situation. They're the same people. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of lying to me twice.
I think we'll get you 4 votes to actually keep you, despite everything. I actually think there are 4 votes to keep you, but I think we need 5.
Yeah, we definitely need 5. And at this point, it would break my heart to see Dee Dee go. Anyways.
Really?
Yeah, really. I love Dee Dee. She's a great person.
She is. She's awesome.
Everyone hates me. I'm kind of miserable in most of these chats. I'm not like...
I don't think anybody hates you. I can't empathize with you. We're like... Because I'm right behind you. Like, me, you, and Alex are going to be the first 3 out there.
Okay. I'm just not the most motivated I've ever done. And I'm not here for your vote or anything.
No.
I'm basically here, fan guy, because you did me wrong. You straight up, you did me wrong, and I just wanted to be like, why? Can I tell you how this is from my perspective before you say anything?
Sure.
It's the first round. It's the veto competition. I have a very simple choice to make. Throw the veto to you, keeping you safe, putting a target on my back, risking myself, because I honestly, truly believe if I had won that veto, which you know I could have, if I had won that veto, you would have been the renom and you would have been the first boot of this game. I thought if anyone would understand me in this game, it's Fan Guy. I want to work with Fan Guy, and the time comes, you're on the block the next week. Of course I tell people I'm cool with you going, but I'm not. I would have always voted to keep you. And then the first chance you get, besides not using the veto, if we want to be technical, like the first time I'm a final nom, you vote me out. After all of that, after I've had your back, we promised each other final 3. I literally threw the veto so that you weren't the first boot, Fan Guy. That was me.
I would have voted to keep you last vote, 100%, if I actually thought the votes were there. If I didn't even known that you had the votes you had, I would have voted to keep you. I was realistically 100% under the impression that it was going to be one person voting to keep you, being Dee Dee. That's what I was told by 3 different people. I actually would vote if I could be convinced that you had 5 votes tonight. I would vote for you.
See, but why do you care about voting in the majority so much? Why is that so important to your game? When, let's face it, your bigger obstacle is getting to the end, not pretending to have been in the majority. If you're not picking the majority's target, why are you voting with them?
Honestly, it's because, well, this last time it was because if I had picked you for the veto after, I only have like 1 or 2 other people in the game that I don't think would put me up. And if I had used the veto on you this time, they would no longer trust me at all. Like at all. And I don't have anything really going for me this game anyway.
No,
and
you don't
so
have anything for either. And you
I know.
The one person who did something actively to actually help you. You just,
Yeah, obviously you've been talking to more people than me because I don't even have that going for me.
You know, Meg, when I came back in, Meg tried
I
to...
find it weird that you saying you had a final three with Dazed and Meg, because I feel like those two are growing apart in a lot of ways.
No, they definitely are. And you know what the worst part about the final three with Meg and Dazed is? You know who made that final three? Meg made that final three. And you know who prayed that final three? Meg. Meg came to us. She requested a chat with the three of us, and Meg said, "This is the final three. We're the smartest people here. Let's control the game." And then the first chance she gets, she cuts me. Was I gonna stand with Meg? No, but she didn't know that.
Do you think there's maybe an all-girls thing?
I don't know.
Always liked Mike. Well, I haven't always liked Mike, but since we've gotten along, I've always liked Mike. You know, I just kind of try to explain to him my side of things, and I know he remembered the conversation we had where I told him if it was like 8-1 or whatever, don't throw your game away from me. So I feel like he's still not happy with me, but at the same time, I feel like he understood where I was. He understands where I'm coming from. Like, I know he does.
The power that Monet has is not a switch a vote.
It's not?
No, it is the same power that I had.
Okay.
It's possibility a 4-4 or a 5-3. If you vote to keep Mike.
I am.
You are?
Yes.
How about Aspen?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The last time I talked to her, I think she's like on the fence about it, and we never had a DD as a renom option, so we never like talked about the possibilities there. So I don't know.
I have a talk with Fan Guy coming up that I didn't request.
I think he should do it. I hope he does.
He kind of has to. If Leanna, Deleon, and Monet are a solid 3, they're using Meg and Fan Guy. They're at the bottom of their totem pole.
Yeah.
He's next up if Mike is gone.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I just finished talking to Fan Guy, and he's like, "If you have the votes, I'll keep you." So, Dazed, if you can convince him I have the votes.
He has the votes. Just say he has the votes, because we do. Right?
Yeah.
We have,
I'm telling.
Votes. This isn't. I feel so shit about this, man. I love Dee Dee. I feel shit right now about.
I love Dee Dee too. I feel bad, but it's how the game is right now. We have to figure out what to do.
It's not fair. I either lose someone I really, really like, or I'm done, and it's a lose-lose.
Man, Mike has to chill out. He is so goddamn hot-headed. Like, when he gets pissed off and sulky, there's no getting him out of it, and he's a smart guy. Like, if he just focuses on what needs to happen, well,
Dee and Aspen are like best friends. Why would they turn?
I don't believe that. Dee Dee is convinced that both Alex and Aspen were going to vote her out if she ever saw the block.
I think Dee Dee is a more appealing option than Nav or Fanguy for Aspen, I would say. It makes sense, but I don't know for sure.
Well, they're worried about the vote. That's my assumption as to why Monet lied about the power. They're worried about the vote. They want to make sure everybody lopsides it, and it doesn't have to be. If Fanguy's over, it's possibly a 5-3 if we make sure Aspen votes with us. Meg has already lied to too many people. She's dumb to stay with them. Meg's playing dirty.
We'll talk with Aspen later. What should I say?
Tell her we have the votes. Let her know that Daze knows what the power is. It's not going to be a switch vote. It's not going to be lopsided. I will say in the backyard chat if I have to, Monet knows I know what her power is because she told me what her options were before I asked. So I know she's lying about the switch vote.
I don't trust Dazed. I trust Mike. I think that with Monet not having an extra vote, it helps get Mike safe.
I want to clear some things up because it finally clicked in my head. You know, back when Leanna said that you were throwing my name out there to be put up on the block. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, she was saying that you had been tossing my name around when she was HOH, the first one. And it didn't seem right to me. But then I started catching wind that somebody was saying that you, me, and Mike were working together. And I started putting the pieces together of DeLeon, Leanna, and Monet working together. And they were
I
trying
never
to
pitched your name as
anybody. They're trying to keep us split up. So,
Okay.
And then also what Monet said last night about her having to switch a vote. She does not have a switch a vote. She has a secret veto like I do. I don't know the time frame on it. Mine ended last night. She got hers the week after mine, so she might have another week on it. But I imagine she threw the switch a vote out there because they're afraid it's going to be a close vote again, and they want it to be completely lopsided.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about. I don't think keeping Mike would be the worst thing for me or you, but I don't think we could get more than 4 votes.
Can I give you
all the guys, me, you, Alex, and Nav would keep Mike, but I don't think we get anyone else.
You might be a little wrong there.
On which part? That we could get more, or that those people will keep Mike?
That those people will keep Mike, but you're missing one, and that's Aspen.
I thought Aspen and Edie were super close. I heard those two were working together.
No, she first off, Aspen and Alex would have voted Dee Dee out at any time. Dee Dee has been openly saying she was going to vote out Alex, and she knew that with Alex came along Aspen. So that was Dee Dee being put up there was best case scenario for Mike, because that's guaranteed 2 votes.
Are you sure Aspen would vote Dee Dee out?
Yep.
Because I don't have a problem keeping Mike.
Alex just confirmed 100%. I'm keeping you, Mike. Maybe Fanguy's snowing me. I think he's with us. I think he can see the numbers and that he's on the bottom of that alliance, if that actually is an alliance. But if Alex and Fanguy are good, I mean, the worst it is a 4-4 vote. Mike still goes home. Meg threw Mike under the bus. Let me tell you this. Meg came to me and Mike very first week. She came to us and she pitched, I want to work with y'all. Let's start an alliance.
Mike told me that today. He told me that today.
She called it Dazed and Busters. That was her pitch.
Okay.
Immediately turned around on Mike. If she's willing to do that to us, especially me, she's willing to do it to everybody.
I feel like she's a little bit in with everybody.
Yeah.
But I like, she's just up to this conversation. Mm-hmm. She's the only person that I legitimately heard. Aspen were the only 2 that I'm like aren't going to put me up.
I mean, I wish I could talk to her and let her know that, look, if Fanguy's with us, we have 5 votes, and you're on the wrong side of the vote.
If she's on the wrong side of this vote, if we still decided we want to bring her in, you and we can do that.
I mean, I said we had a lot of an opportunity and a lot of game to try to play, and I mean, maybe we pulled it off, maybe we didn't. There was a lot of things that had to happen. Dee Dee being up there kind of helped those plans.
I appreciate you. You know what I mean? And one of us is leaving, and if there's literally any drop of information I can give you, in case you stay and I go, then I wanted to be able to give that to you. And I also just wanted to say you have been a great ally to me, and I'm really sorry that this is going to have to be how it ends. One way or another, it breaks my heart. And when I said, Dee Dee, that I think you're one of the best to ever play this series, I meant it. I really did.
Thank you.
So, here's what I've heard. The vote's going to be probably closer than I thought when you were put up. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 people. But which one of us goes? Meg made a Final 3 deal with me days on like almost the first day of the game. So she literally made a straight up Final 3 deal with me, and then the first chance she got, she went back on it. And then when I came back in, she's like, I'm so sorry, let's work together again. And I straight up told her no. If I go, I think you should try your best to work with Dazed if you can. And Nav's a good guy. He's really trustworthy. He's always had my back. I think if you told him, you know, he would be willing to work with you for sure moving forward. Because I know that these people are sticking with me now, but I don't think it's because they're against you. I think it's because they're loyal people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the swing votes are going to be like Vanguy and Aspen. So it's really going to come down. I'll give you that much to do with that information, what you please.
Aspen has been coming for me since the beginning for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Why did she
so
come to you?
I don't
thought
know.
We were all cool, man. I really thought we were all cool. And then she voted me out, and now she might vote you out, and that might be the difference maker. I don't feel good either way.
Me either, because it's like a lot of like targets are at me for whatever reason, and some just because I didn't do what somebody else said. That's some fuck ass shit, to be honest.
It is completely messed up, man. And I mean, for me, it makes sense why I'm on the block. I'm not a nice person. I'm not, you know, I'm not a pleasant person to be around. I don't pretend to be. I straight up wanted this game to be me and you at the end. And now that's not going to happen unless there's a miracle second battle back. And it breaks my heart, it really does.
So you know he was gonna pull you down?
So I had a chat with him like 10 minutes before the veto ceremony. That's when he told me that he has this power and he's gonna use it because it's like the last time to use it.
So did he offer you something? Like you have to vote how he wants you to vote?
Pretty much, yeah. He told me that he'd pull me down if I help save Mike.
What?
I mean, for him, like, it makes sense, right? Because he wants Mike to stay.
Yeah,
and I already,
he
I
thought
already
I was
voted.
gonna put up. He thought by him pulling my hands or whatever, he thought if I knew Meg was gonna do that, but he thought I was gonna put up Dillion or Alex, but
Right.
I couldn't.
I think he was hoping for DeLeon.
I know that's what he was hoping for, but I didn't. I know that's what he was hoping for, but I didn't. I didn't want to.
Because you want Mike out that bad?
I want Mike out.
Yeah.
Because Mike is coming after everybody, and I know he's coming after me.
But I mean, I think you're probably on the lower end of his priority at this point because of Monet and DeLeon just being so against him.
I know, but I just can't take no chances.
Yeah.
I can't take no chances. So you gonna vote Didi out?
I honestly, I have a chat with Dazed and Didi right after this, so I'll try to get a feel for it. But it would be scummy of me like not to vote the same as Dazed after he saved me, right? So like I owe him that much. Like he pull me down, and you know, because I feel like if he was able to pull Mike down and I was still on the block, I would have probably gone home.
They feel like you. I guess they feel like they can use you as a vote, your vote.
But they don't need my vote right now.
No, they don't need your. Well, he do. He trying to get your vote, so he do need your vote.
Who's
if somebody else flip, if Days have you, Days, I don't know who else voting for D to be gone.
I mean, like I said, like 4 people are already voting for Mike, right? That's 4 guaranteed votes. I don't think any of the 4 is gonna flip. Monet, DeLeon, Meg, and my Fanguy. All these 4 want Mike out like bad. I actually don't know why Fanguy wants Mike out. I thought they were good, but maybe something happened.
So let's go ahead and be straightforward. Y'all voting to keep Mike?
Say that again.
Are y'all voting to keep Mike?
I am.
Yeah, I am too. I honestly liked that everything was just out in the open and upfront. There was no pussyfooting around. I really like that, you know, no waste of time. But I don't think you have anything to worry about. I just had a chat with Liana. It's basically a done deal that you're gonna stay. Mike's gonna leave.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Really?
Alex and Fanguy have already promised to vote out Mike, and I'm assuming Aspen, or voting to keep Mike, and Aspen should be good also. Once I cleared up the fact that Monet does not have a switch of vote, they were content with that.
Do you know what she has?
I do.
Okay.
She has the same power that I had. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and give you false hope, Dee Dee. I'm already not happy with you being on the block as it is.
I'm sure you've heard that I thought you were against me through other people saying that, but I don't think that anymore. It's just during the veto you said that you weren't gonna use it, and I respect that as a strategic decision because I think that was smart. But if you had won the veto and you hadn't used it, and say Dazed hadn't used his, then I probably would have gone home. And I feel like sort of putting me at risk, to keep my keeping
that
Mike
was
strategic.
the reason that I said I wasn't going to use the veto is because I was under the impression that Monet had a veto. And I don't like the fact that they were trying to tell me what to do when they had a whole power sitting with them. That's why I said I wasn't going to use it.
But Monet wasn't even in the veto comp, right?
No, but she had that power.
She had the veto.
Dee Dee, I told Dee Dee that I probably had something. It depended on if the veto was used. So she knew that Monet probably had something, but not necessarily what it was.
I'm being honest. I really wish it was somebody like DeLeon or Alex, even like in your spot. But it is you, unfortunately. I think voting to save Mike benefits me.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put Alex up.
Yeah, Liana said that the reason she didn't put Alex up is because she knew that if Alex was up there, he would leave, and she just desperately wants Mike out.
That doesn't make sense.
So she put you up thinking that you're not gonna leave. That's her reasoning. Same thing that happened with Dot. Basically, she didn't think Dot was gonna leave. He left.
I mean, I'm Dee Dee, you know how I am with my vote. I'm going to vote to keep Mike regardless. I've been pretty straight up that I have to keep him in the game for me to get further. She just got caught in the crossfire. Like, it wasn't my intention. It wasn't an awkward conversation. I genuinely felt bad that that's how the week ended up.
I mean, I'd understand if you have hard feelings towards me, but I have nothing like personal against you or anything. It's just strategy. It's just game. I still am expecting Mike to leave, honestly, but you don't.
That's why I'm like, the only reason I got put up was because I didn't do what a person said, and that's fucked up. I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I think I'm gonna leave anyway. It's a whole women's alliance, first of all, so they're plotting against acting like we're not working together, but it was shit from the start to begin with. So
yeah.
There's
Meg is switching up everywhere.
In a tie, Leanna is going to send me out, obviously. Alex told me... Wait, hold on. Dazed and Alex was one of my chats, okay? And Dazed told me that Monet is lying about her advantage. Her advantage is a veto advantage. And he can prove it in the backyard chat if he needs to.
Ooh.
He can prove it in the backyard chat if he needs to. But Daze said Monet is lying about her advantage. It's not a switch of vote. It's a veto vote. So they're scared that the vote is going to be on Dee Dee and not me, right? That's why they're lying about the advantage, because they want to make sure I go. But essentially, Aspen, what it all comes down to is you. It comes down to you. If you vote me, I will tie and I will go. If you vote Dee Dee, she will leave.
I'm in the middle. Honestly, like I'm torn. So it's hard, but I kind of know what I want to do, and I hope I'm on the right side of things.
Alex said that you can't trust that group of Leanna and them. And that he just told me he trusts you and he knows he wanted me to make sure you knew all that.
Okay. Because see, look, what's crazy is, Mike, I've already ran this scenario through my head a million times today.
Yeah.
Just because I honestly would rather keep you. And I'm gonna just be straight up with you, like the reason I voted you last time was because I got the hint that everybody was voting for you besides Dee Dee. That I was under the impression that every single person was voting for you besides Dee Dee. And I wasn't sure how the votes was gonna lay, and I didn't want to be on the bad side.
Yeah.
So I take full responsibility. I understand if you're mad, but I want to say I wanna make it up to you, like I really want to work with Alex, and he broke it down to me as to why he feels like, you know, like we would be more beneficial with you being here. But I'm here. If you tell me that we'll be good and squared away if I make things right and I vote to keep you, and you won't be having hard feelings and we'll be on a good page, I'm down, bro. I think we cool now.
So what you gonna do?
Do about what?
Voting.
Oh, I thought we was all voting Mike still. Is that not the case?
Yeah, I didn't hear. I heard a different story.
What'd you hear?
Cause Fan Guy, well, Days was like, well, Days and Nav for sure gonna vote to keep Mike, but Days said Fan Guy said he was gonna keep Mike. But under my impression, I thought the plan was to get rid of Mike, but Fan Guy is like he's gonna vote to keep him. So that's why I'm confused. That's why I'm asking everybody what they finna do. Cause
Fan Guy said he was gonna vote to keep Mike.
that's Days said that Fan Guy told him that.
Well, you have me, Aspen, and Monet, and I doubt DeLeon's gonna vote to vote you out.
I heard different about one of y'all.
Who?
Aspen.
Matter of fact, Dee kind of called me out. Like, yeah, I heard Joe vote was gonna be different, and I'm like, let me close my mouth real quick. I don't know. Days is just blowing up my game, bro. Damn. What'd you hear?
That you was gonna vote to keep Mike.
Who said that? I hadn't even talked to nobody.
It was Days.
Days said that.
Yeah. He said that's what he heard, because when I talked to Mike earlier, Mike was like, well, he heard from Days that he said...
Wait, when did you have all these chats? Today?
Can you please not keep Mike in this game? Please.
I legit don't understand. That's so weird that Days would even say that, and he hadn't even talked to me.
I can say I don't know if he said it for sure, but that's what Mike told me that he said. And he said he talked with Days before he got on the chat with me.
Do you think they're trying to be messy?
I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, because I was under the impression that Mike even knew he was going home.
Aspen, please don't fuck this vote up.
Bro. What?
I'm just saying, because of what Dave said, I don't believe it, but I'm just so that I know that it was said. Please don't fuck this vote up.
Well, since we talking about it, I'll go ahead on and put it out there. I heard that you and Days were coming at, like, talking shit about me in the backyard. That's what was told to me.
Me?
Yeah, you and Days. No, Meg and Days.
Where'd you hear this from?
That's what I heard, is that you, him, and Fan Guy was bringing my name up.
No. Absolutely not. That's definitely incorrect.
From Days just going around lying?
Yeah, this is some bullshit.
Right. Because I'm like, that seems weird to just, yeah.
They're trying,
Yeah.
Dave's is trying to be real messy. I don't know what he's doing right now.
I thought he was chilling. I thought he was playing a whole different game this time.
That's what I thought.
I guess he's changed back to his normal ways.
But before anybody else come on, everything is still the same, right? Okay. Aspen?
Yep.
Fan Guy?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything else. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I was under the impression that it's going to be pretty lopsided.
I just talked to Nav. Nav said Days told him to vote with his way.
That's goofy.
Those two are always off on their own.
Like, especially if you see the majority going in one way and the person you're trying to save is already a lost cause, you are going to be the next person targeted, unfortunately.
That's kind of how I felt last week, too. I was like, yeah, I was like,
So, Fan Guy, was you surprised of my nomination?
yeah, I was at your second renom. I was pretty surprised at that.
Everybody was.
I was surprised. I was surprised when you said she wasn't going to use the veto.
Wait, you were surprised what?
When she said she wasn't going to use the veto on either me.
I was all right. I'm glad y'all got in there and asked that question, because soon when y'all got in there and said, "Oh, everything's staying the same," and I was like, "Wait, hold up, no." She had just told us. She wasn't on, so she was willing to take y'all down. You know, to keep y'all.
I mean, it's her strategy, right? It's strategic.
It's her aim, but I'm just saying, I had to say, you know, look, that's what she said. So, I mean, I know they were surprised on my nomination because they wanted me to put up Dillion, but I couldn't do that.
Did they?
Yes. Yeah, I only had 4 people to choose.
I think it made sense, but I don't know. I'm a little weary now because I heard Mike's gonna get more votes than we were thinking he was gonna get.
How?
I mean, I only know of 2 votes that he's getting.
Yeah, I only know 2 votes too. Well, I know. Yeah,
he's
2
getting to leave or he's getting to stay.
Okay,
to stay.
So I have it written down.
I know. I only know 2 people.
I know.
So who else is
3
voting for
people
Mike
who
to
are
stay?
voting for
Alex. Yeah, that's 3. So that's 3. Who else voting for Mike to go?
I don't know about Alex though. I wish he would pop in.
I'm voting for Mike to go.
I know you is. Aspen, how you voting?
I'm voting to take Mike out. I thought that was the plan this past 2 weeks. So,
I mean, even beyond the plan, like my plan to get him out, I just don't like the way he's been playing the game these past few days.
So Fang,
He was very awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't feel like he even
He was
wants
even
to
kind of
be
a
here.
jerk to me tonight. I talked to him like in the very first chat.
Well, Dazed told Dee Dee that you're voting for Mike to stay. Dazed also said that you and I were talking shit on Aspen in the backyard with him, which is 100%
So Dazed
not
is
true.
stirring up a whole lot of drama.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
Wow.
I'm like really irritated. You can talk shit on me if it's for real shit, but don't make up lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he trying to get these votes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, he don't have them. Because I know I had
Long
swapped
story short, Days for some reason is really trying to get Mike to stay. I don't know why. That's
Damn, what you got to say?
I mean, he saved me. I feel like I owe him. So
Yeah, you do. You
For
do.
sure, you do. Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
like Didi openly said she wasn't gonna use the veto and put me in danger, so I don't really have a reason to keep her, and I told her that.
I just don't like liars.
All these people say like, oh, I hate liars, or I hate people who talk behind my back, but everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's part of the game. That's how you create information in this game. You talk about other people. And DeLeon, oh my god, like the holier than thou attitude, like, oh, just shut up.
I don't like him either. I try to tell the truth, me.
Which just really pissed me off that he said I was talking shit on Aspen, because it's like the one person in this game that I would never talk shit on. Like,
So D, you wanted to know why I put you up?
Yes.
Oh, I only put you up for a reason. I knew Days wanted me to put up Dillion or either Alex, but I didn't. I had to put you up because I wanted my person to go. I didn't want my HOH to be messed up again. Y'all would have probably flipped the vote again on me, and that other person would have went home. So that's why I took your vote. That's the only reason why I put you up.
But you still had the numbers though.
No,
If you put Alex up.
If I would have put what?
Alex up.
Alex would have went home. I'm quite sure y'all know that Alex would have went home.
Hi. I'm probably only going to be in here briefly because this isn't really the group I feel I need to talk to. So, but I figured I'd at least anyone have anything they need or want to say to me.
You have the one we talked about, Mike.
Okay. Thank you. How you feeling, Dee Dee?
I'm good. No little headache.
I know you're just trying to play your game. It just...
Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm trying to do. I don't have nothing against you.
I think you're wrong because I heard the end of that conversation. I think I would have went if it was Alex against me. So
I don't think so. That's why I didn't take no chances. I don't think so. Because so many people wanted Alex out. That's why I didn't put him up.
I don't. Okay, you're hearing some interesting things, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Well, Meg, do you have anything to say?
I'm just sorry that this is where your game got to. I know that you don't trust anything that I say, but
I don't think you're sorry.
and you have the right to feel however you feel, and I have the right to tell you that I'm sorry you're in the position that you're in, and I'm genuine when I say that. I don't want to see people upset, especially in games like this.
If Mike goes, I guess I'm the lonely buster that survives, huh?
Yeah. I mean, Meg wants, you made the alliance, Meg, and you betrayed it the first chance you got. That's how you want to play this season.
I don't
and
see it as
that's fine.
betrayal. I don't see it as betrayal when you had the votes to go and I couldn't do anything to keep you here. I cast a vote that I needed to make in order to continue playing this game and work with the other people here.
I mean,
you're leaving.
So, is there a new rule in Big Brother I'm not familiar with where if you vote in the minority, you lose? Is that a new rule? Because,
no,
my God.
If you would
that
let
changes
me
everything.
speak, and when I tried to talk to you about it before, I didn't want to cast a second vote on Alex and have him stay, and then be a person that put 2 votes against him, and then have him come after me because I voted against him every time he was on the block.
I mean, do you think Alex is on your side now? Do you think you won his support by that
I don't
vote?
think that he's outwardly targeting me because I voted for him every time.
Okay, Meg, I mean, you threw away someone whose support you might have had completely for someone who isn't on your side. So, that's the game you've chosen to play.
It is. And you chose to come back here acting a crazy ass fool and yelling at everybody.
I mean, I did not yell. I did not raise my voice. And you're the one who rage quit the conversation earlier. We had. So on that note, I think that about sums it up. I'd like to save about 5 minutes for later. So, goodbye.
I'm not going to apologize for the way that I voted for somebody that wasn't going to stay in the game.
The thing is, the votes were there.
They weren't, though. If I would have voted for him, it would have made it a tie, and he still would have gone.
Hopefully, you can see that there's a good possibility you're going to be in the minority vote this week. And that makes you one of the 4 targets for a lot of people going into next week, especially with Monet. And Monet's probably going to end up on the block. She doesn't have a switch of vote like she told everybody. She has the same veto like I do, which means she's probably going to go on the block if it lasts a week longer than mine did. So if 2 people, if she has to use hers and somebody else uses the veto, that leaves you and the other person of those 4 ending up on the block. So I don't know if you've thought about that. I hope that.
I don't know if it was clear, Days, but I did my part. Okay.
All right.
I did my part. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confused on why Dazed is all of a sudden flipped and is playing some super messy game. I'm really confused on what he was saying about 4 people being nominated or possibly being nominated when we don't even really know who's going home, who's going to win HOH. Why are you telling people that me and Fanguy were talking shit on Aspen when that never happened?
I didn't say that. Who told you that? I bet I have a pretty good guess of who it was.
Aspen told me that.
I don't think I said that.
I'm curious as to who the 4 people who are going to put me on the block next week are because I'm voting for Mike tonight.
No, I'm saying you of 4 people will potentially be on the block. Put your numbers together, Meg.
Add my numbers up. I don't know what the fuck numbers he's talking about. So I'm just very confused. I don't even know what numbers I'm supposed to be looking at because I don't understand anything you're saying.
That's fine. Like I said, put the numbers together. You'll see where you're at. And if you're in the minority vote, then you have nobody to blame but yourself. You don't want to be in the minority, right? Meg needs to know that what she did was dirty. I mean, I'm all for if you can't vote a certain way, then don't do it. But to come to 2 people and say, hey, let's make this an alliance, and I've even got a great name for it. That's pretty shady, right? Like, I get betrayal is a part of the game, but don't act like you had to vote a certain way when you came to us with this, and the votes were there to keep Mike if you and Fanguy would have just voted that way. I haven't heard either of y'all say anything about that.
I'm with y'all tonight, bro. I'm just trying to keep up the fucking...
Okay, yeah, what is...
I don't want to go and tell everybody I'm fucking voting that way. because now it's making me uncomfortable for the rest of the night. Because everybody keeps like, nah, and I'm like, fuck. I get if you having to do it to get us the numbers, then that's fine.
That's what it is, and to calm Mike down because Mike was adamant about needing you. It's getting him to chill out, man. He's
his own worst enemy, bro. He's his own worst enemy.
Meg's already trying to call me a liar when I've tried to be as upfront and honest about everything as I can. I'm not the one who came.
You've been almost overly.
Yeah, I'm not the one who came to her with an alliance with a name. Everybody had high emotions right now. I'm voting to keep him regardless because that's what I said I was going to do and preach to everybody. I need to do that. Just if I come out on the wrong side of the vote, then it's not the first time, right? I've been there before. But there's no switch a vote. I'm not worried about that. I know Monet doesn't have a switch a vote. What she said
How you
about
know?
the
How you
switch
so sure?
because after I got my power, I saw that she was, she couldn't be HOH, so I talked to her the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Monet, did you get a little visit from Santa Claus? What'd you get? She goes, oh, well, I got to choose between stealth and safety, which were the two options that I got. She never mentioned a switch a vote. She wouldn't have known about the stealth or safety unless those were her two options. So I knew about all the powers, all three of them. That's why I know there's no switch a vote. They can't do anything.
What the fuck is up?
Hey.
Where do y'all up to?
Talking about powers. Well, I'm not confused about a switch a vote. I know there's not going to be a switch a vote.
I think it has paid off. Like, they don't need to know about my other power. They don't. Like, that's for me and for me only, because if I need to use it, I can. Nobody needs to know. And if they think they know, how would they know? How would they know? With what evidence?
Who are y'all voting to get evicted?
Mike.
Duh.
Okay, some people saying different stuff. That's why I was like.
I was thinking that the only person who might vote for you would be Alex.
Well, Days and Nav already said they're going to vote to keep Mike. I didn't get an answer from Fan.
They gotta go. Both of them. They gotta go. They gotta go. They got to go.
I'm gonna use my power to switch their vote then, because that's sketchy.
You do have a switch vote?
Yeah.
He's still going.
Are you going to switch Days' vote?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, because him and Nav are for sure going to vote to keep Mike. And I'm not. Have y'all talked to Aspen? I'm not too sure about her. She's up in the air.
I was thinking about that, and I was just like,
I was saying the same. I was saying it from like the second week, but I don't know why Liana would put me up instead of her. So that's why I was like,
I was thinking the same thing.
Dave said he's voting to keep Mike. Nav says he's voting to keep Mike. Fan guy was all over the fucking place. But
honestly,
Dave did tell me that Fan guy promised to vote to keep Mike.
And you're gonna use your swap, yes?
Yes. Either way, like whether it comes out to 4v4 or 5v3, with me using my switch vote, it'll either make it work in your favor with the 5 or 3, or it'll balance it out to 4v4. So then
Leanna's gonna use her vote to get Mike out.
Exactly. So
this is upsetting that it's even this close.
It is.
Yeah. Like, the funny thing is, though, I know if it were between me and Mike, it would also be this close.
It would. It really
if not,
would.
like, I honestly believe if she chose me and Mike, I would go.
But it was a safer option to choose Aspen, is why I'm like taken aback by the whole thing.
I was actually shooketh. Like, I was not expecting her to say you.
I wonder if she's wanting to see how this will move Aspen. She may not want her to know that we're on to her, but at the same time,
actually, yeah.
Like, that's
because,
what I'm thinking.
Like, depending on the totals, we will know who picked who, and then we'll get to see where Aspen fell.
It's because if it comes out to be 5v3, she voted to keep you. But if it comes out to be 4v4, she voted against you.
Right.
Coming up next, it is the next eviction of the season.
Sorry, but Dee Dee, I have to vote to evict you.
This game is starting to get stressful. I vote to evict Mike.
I vote to evict Didi.
I vote to evict Michael. Mike.
I vote to evict, or I cast my vote to evict Didi.
She hasn't wanted to work with me all game, so I vote to evict Didi.
Both of us can't be playing the middle game, bro. It's only room for one of us in that middle spot. And today it gotta be me. So I vote to evict Didi.
I vote to evict Mike. And I vote to use my switch of vote. I'm stealing Dazed's vote so it can go towards Mike.
All right. Here are the results. By a vote of 4-4, we have a tie. Leanna, you must break the tie and vote out either Mike or Didi.
Mike.
All right, Mike, you have been evicted. You have some last thoughts.
Yeah, the folks who had my back, I hope you all stick together. You know, you guys are about half the cast, so stick together, have each other's back. Dee Dee, you know, the people who voted to save you weren't doing it to save you. They were doing it to get rid of me. You know that. The people, you can trust them, who I told you, okay? Good luck.
Well,
I knew
Mike,
that was going to happen.
Deja vu, kind of, in a way. What do you think happened tonight?
I'm going to guess Fan Guy voted me out. Or, well, didn't, I guess. If the swing votes are Fan Guy and Aspen it was to be believed, I'm pretty sure it was Fan Guy, but maybe it was Aspen because it was just one of those two, I think, unless it was Nav because I didn't talk to Nav all day, but that's okay, I think. I don't think he would do that to me, but what do I know?
Do you think the people that voted your way tonight should have just did the same thing last time?
I don't know. I did come back and Alex might not have, so this was their chance, and yeah.
Well, there is no second battle back. I hate to break it to you.
Kind of
but
figured.
I think you knew that.
I pretty much knew that. Yeah, but
any final thoughts on the game?
I hope even if you voted me out, I hope Nav or Dee Dee win. I think it's plausible, or Alex even. It'd be interesting to see Alex as a 2-time winner. I think they're the most deserving of the folks left. So since it's over, can you tell me what who didn't vote with me?
Well, I will say Days had this whole plan was great, except that Days had one part of the plan wrong. Monet had to switch a vote.
Okay, so they actually all voted to keep me. They just switched the vote. Oh,
so you don't have to hate anybody this time, I guess.
At least it took the switch of vote to get me out. You know what? I can feel good about that. I feel good now. I feel better. I feel better.
I guess
it was a good plan.
The last question: who do you think is going to win? You said who you want to win, but who do you think is going to win?
I think Aspen's going to repeat. I know that might be a bold choice, but she's got almost no flack from anyone.
She's playing such a messy fucking game this season. We'll see how that turns out. But
I don't care. I'm never counting her out until she's out. I still think Dee Dee's probably the greatest of all time, but she just has too much on her back now after this, I think, even for her to overcome. So I'm going with my other pick for GOAT is Aspen. And if she repeats here, I think she's taken that title.
While Mike goes in back-to-back weeks, there is no second battle back. He is gone. But it is time to crown the next HOH of the season. And it's looking like an important one because the tension might be at an all-time high. Leanna, you obviously can't play. You're the outgoing HOH. Okay, well, if the night wasn't messy enough, it's about to get a little bit more messy because we're doing majority rules. If you're in the majority of these questions, you will get a point. You cannot answer Dot, Nick, or Mike. It has to be somebody who's still left in this game. Who is currently in the best position in this game? Please show your answer and hold it on the camera so I can count. Hold it close because I can't see where the down. One.
Don't count me because I wrote
some glasses.
Monet.
Oh wait, Fan Guy, you're blurry.
I see 3 Monets, 2 Aspens. Who has the most alliances in this game? Please show your answers and hold it there.
You don't have to keep repeating, Nick. I get it.
For Meg was the majority. Aspen, Nav, Days, and Meg get a point. Who is the most sketchy player?
There's so many options.
Days, days.
Damn, Days.
Damn, Monet.
Nav.
Don't try to pick that wine up now.
Who do you least like to talk to?
Dang it.
2,
Wait, so
3,
nobody wrote themselves?
4,
Ooh.
1, 2.
I
Everybody
did write
said
myself, but I
Nav. Who would you least like to see win this game? Who would you least like to see win this game?
This is not my real answer. This is not my real answer.
It's not my
Nav,
answer.
you offered.
Really?
You offered Nav.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Leanna.
I just picked.
Why me? Are you really sorry?
No, it's
Who
not
said
my
it?
thought.
I need everyone to hold
Everybody's
your
answer.
things there.
I thought everyone was gonna vote for one of the winners that was left.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought we were all gonna pick a winner because they
Nav was the
Why me?
majority, so Aspen, Monet, and Nav. Here is the score so far. Nav is in the lead with 5, Aspen 4, Days and Alex 3, Meg 2, Didi, Fanguy, Monet 1, D Leon 0. All right, here's the next question. Which player has a sense of entitlement? Which player has a sense of entitlement?
Oh, Delia, we said the same thing.
No, wait.
Oh,
I
man.
just scratched it out.
4,
Yeah, so did I. Damn it.
Wait, Monet, what did you say?
1,
Nobody.
2. Which of you do you want to see on jury the least? Answers. 1, 2.
Oh, we want the same thing, Delia.
Let me see. 1, 2,
how do
there
I keep
is
fucking
4
this up?
votes. So Days was the majority. Well, it's getting juicy now. We have a tie first between Aspen, Dazed, and Nav. Who of you left is the smartest player left?
You know what?
1,
You know what?
2, 3,
Dang.
4, 5. Nav. Out of everybody left, who is most likely to be a bitter juror? Please show. 1, 2,
Dang.
3,
Oh.
4, 5. Everybody said Fanguy except D. Leon and
I earned that one, guys. I earned that one.
Who has surprised you the most so far?
Damn.
2.
Just gonna put mine down. Oh, but me and Aspen said the same.
Thank you, Monet. I
Oh,
love
get
you
the
for
fuck
that.
out of here, Dion. Stop it.
Days could win it here if he's in the majority. Who is the biggest follower? Please show your answers. Leanna was the top. So
Did I tie with Days?
Alex
You only said it because you were already called a follower. In the
Meg.
game.
Yeah,
I
only
tie?
because
I
Mike
tie?
called you a follower. I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
same.
Well,
That
we
was
have a
it.
three-way
That's the only-
tie between Aspen, Days, and Alex, so we must continue. So nobody has won yet.
I'm the
Which
question.
player
Okay.
is the most lost in this game?
Wait, the most what in this game?
The most lost in this game.
Ding, 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 ding.
We still don't have a winner because we have a tie between Days and Alex. Here, out of everybody left, who is the biggest social threat? Out of everybody left, who is the biggest social threat?
These answers are all over the.
I know you fucked my
Days. Congrats,
Days.
Days.
Dazed, you are the next HOH.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Dazed is the new HOH, and he probably needed it. But that's all for now. Little Brother will return Saturday night at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
The biggest
Monet.
social threat.
Oh, my name.
Yeah.
You picked my name for bitter juror. You didn't understand the question or what?
I thought you better with an E, not an I.
Oh, better.
I know you probably didn't understand. I agree.
Nicholas,
That's
you need-
why I wanted to know.
Good save.
I thought it was with an E, not an I. So I was like, oh, Leanna. I didn't hear the I in it.